Also, if y'all don't know, in Houston, there's a tornado watch. It was a hurricane nearby. So we're getting the tropical storm right now. Power is out. It's been out for like an hour or so. I'm gonna need for them to hurry up and get with it. I'll come to the conclusion I need to go ahead and buy me a backup generator because this is not gonna work for me. And a little generator, it'll work because it'll keep your food cold, and you will keep your stuff charged. So that's a good investment I'm gonna make. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting, I'm just gonna be on here for like 20 minutes. I wanted to talk about baddies and some of the stuff that's happening in these social media streets. Hold on, let me get the cast out. And then there was people out here walking their dog and shit. Baby, Kobe gonna have to wait. That's over with. Hold on, y'all. I'm finna get the cast out. See, and that's another thing. Okay, so let's talk about it. I got the cast out. Natalie still being very messy, starting stuff, and then want to have a kumbaya. She reminds me of Basketball Wives, Jackie Christie, her Ponderosas, like real hella messy. And then after she created the mess, she want to come together and act like it's something to fix. But you wouldn't have nothing to fix if you didn't be messy, you know. Asian doll, she did her big one. She came. She told Mariah. Uh, but I can see why they squashed it because it seemed like Bianca was being messy. And I called her Brianna in my last video. Her name is Bianca. I don't know why I keep calling that girl Brianna. But I can see why they made back cool because Bianca is very messy. And by her not telling her side of the story and being far at a distance, I think she knew she got caught up. But even though Mariah kept getting beat up, big ups to Mariah because Mariah actually stood in the paint multiple times. You do need to know when to let go. I ain't gonna lie. About the third round, she should have let it go. But shout out to her because she still, stood in the paint. Now, when it comes to Biggie, I feel like Biggie was trying to be a little messy when it came to asking Bianca questions. I don't agree with people jumping people. So the whole Biggie snatching her head sets off, allegedly, I believe that was her. Diamond sneaking Bianca, I feel like all that was real corny. I see why Tashiki wanted to jump in and fight for Anna, but at the same time, Gretchen and Meatball wasn't in the same weight class either, so I don't get that. The Claremont twins could have stayed at home. I don't know what show they thought they was coming on to. Tommy, you could tell she just wanted to come in and get her check real quick and leave. She didn't really want to be on the cast. Callie Way is starting to be in the back line. I mean, the first episode she did come in Natalie, so that's cool. Rolly could have stayed at home. Rolly and Anna argument could have stayed last season. I don't respect Rolly for throwing the fact that she allegedly got hit in the face by Lemon Pepper, and she joked about it. But Anna, you got to get yourself out that situation, baby. I know you're trying to get some money, allegedly. But if that's allegedly happened, I'm gonna need for you to run to the hills, and have this. That's all I really want to go on baddies. It was just a mess. The teacher who got his hair braided, well, no, his hair taken down. They're letting him go back to that school allegedly by him. Now, do I feel bad about him in the whole situation? No, I don't. You got online and said, I want to stir the pot real quick. So you knew some of the stuff was going to be problematic. You knew some of it was going to garner negative attention. So I don't feel bad for you at all. Everybody deserves second chances. I don't think he should be canceled. But I think firing was important. I mean, he got his job back, but I think it shows like boundaries are important. And the boundaries is to protect both parties. It's not just to, protect the student, it's to protect the student and the teacher. So when you have boundaries, things like this won't get overcrossed. Because let's just say this teacher wasn't facetious, even though they have other videos of him doing other things. I'm not going to bring that up. But let's just go with it, right? Let's just say he wasn't being facetious and he was a careful teacher and he really cared about the students. What happens if that same student try to do that with somebody else and they're not the same person, right? So that's why we have boundaries for protective measures, just in case people want to cause visible harm. And for me, that's the safety of the student. And the safety of the students is more important than your emotions. That's just my thing. And like he said, he wanted to stir the pot. He stirred it and then wanted to get online and cry about it. That's why I don't feel bad at all. And then want to play innocent, like I don't understand why people, but you knew why, which is why you said you want to stir the pot, because you knew it was gonna be problematic. So yeah, we're gonna move on from that. Claudia Jordan Chow went on the podcast with Carlos King, and it has me thinking about a few things, right? So allegedly, I will go to Claudia and ask Claudia, what do you feel about Funky Dineva joining the show and being on the show, blah, blah, blah. Claudia would tell Al her opinion, and Al would allegedly go to Funky Dineva and tell him a completely different story. Then Funky Dineva would be mad and go to Claudia and be like, I can't believe blah, blah, blah. And Claudia would be like, wait a minute, that wasn't what happened. That wasn't what I said. And allegedly it was over money, even though all of them were making the same amount of money. Funky Dineva, Claudia, and Al was all making $250,000 a year just to show up every day for an hour. So they were all making the same amount of money. Allegedly, she said it was a time where Claudia could have made more money, but she wanted to make it an even playing field so everybody can make a nice amount of money. Mind you, she came up with the show and she put them on. And as we know, Funky Dineva left. Armand Wiggins came on the show, and Armand and Claudia got into a little scuffle based on the things that happened. Hold on, y'all. My tarp is coming across my... Hold on, y'all. I'm finna go out there and fix it. I gotta get in the field. Well, let me finish the story and then I'm gonna go out and fix it. So this all would make sense. So allegedly, when Armand and Claudia would have some type of beef on the show, or not even beef, they would just get into it on the show. Claudia would try to call Armand, but Armand never answered. She later finds out that Armand was told by allegedly Al or somebody that feels some type of way about Claudia to not answer the phone. So Armand and Claudia end up coming together, and she said they end up having aha moments where Claudia was like, this is what I was told, this is what I was told. Armand was like, well, this is what I was told, this is what I was told, and they found the common denominator. And now we just found out about that part of the story, right? But I remember on TGIF or other podcasts, Claudia was like, Al is mad that me and Armand got back cool. But we never knew what was the scuffle, or he wasn't answering his phone. We didn't know that until now. But it has me thinking, Al, Armand said in the roast that you wanted to get him fired and end the show. And you're cool with management and got the video taken down the view of the roast. And allegedly, wait, let me say allegedly, because Claudia said it. I got the screenshot. She said Al was the reason why the show was canceled. So I got a theory of, did Al allegedly all along get cool with Claudia and got on the show just so he can end it? Because the same things happened when Funky Dineva and with Armand. Al would go back and tell them something. They would get into it with Claudia. Claudia and Al and Armand would come together, figure some stuff out, and realize the common denominator. Like, was that your plan all along? And how did you mess up a bag like that? It's $250,000 a year for an hour a day. I'm mind blown. I am mind blown. What else the news? Angel Reese child going crazy. 13 consecutive double-doubles back-to-back. She's already made history of doing it in one season, but now she has a WNBA league record. Changing the game. And they looked at the stats, and they were mostly for offensive, because a lot of people like to say, well, she catch her own rebounds. Yeah, this wasn't the case. She's the owner. She's already an FC winner. She won Rookie of the Year according to BET, and she won Rookie of the Month according to the WNBA and ESPN. We're looking to see what the WNBA is going to call Rookie of the Year. She bringing in stars. We already know her social media millions of followers on all platforms because she's been doing this since high school. Child, just going crazy. And it's like the more I talk about her, the more the racist comments come. And it's hilarious how she got them bothered like that. Like she got them stressed. And although the comments are mean, I love to see it. I love to see them just in distress. Just angry, just mad. All because she's going crazy. I love to see it. What else happened this week? Taraji and Keith Lee. I'm happy Keith Lee didn't respond to Taraji and just let it go. I feel like that's a bad conversation that they could have had. The only thing I will say is with Keith Lee, I understand he has anxiety. I understand that it's hard for him to go out because of that. But my thing is, if you knew that Taraji didn't know that y'all switched for change, because you said that in your response, you said you didn't know that y'all switched seats. That she didn't know. Sorry, y'all. She didn't know that they switched seats, and he knew that. So why did after that he threw the rose? Sorry, y'all, I'm tongue tied. It's more people coming outside. I would never. Cause my thing is, so you knew she didn't know. And I don't think that, because he was like, people will know the rooms that I walk in and people would know our names. It won't be no misunderstandings and it won't be no mistakes. And it was like, no, everybody knew who you were there. A lot of people who were watching the BET Awards, they knew who you were there. And I think they really were trying to give you your flowers. It was just a mishap. Was it cringy? Absolutely. It was very cringy. But I don't think she had any malicious intent, which is what she said. And a lot of people are like, Keith Lee is mad because... No, people are mad at Keith Lee because he's a family man and he loves his wife out loud. But Keith Lee said in his response that he knew that Taraji flirting with him was not serious. It was a part of the show. So his wife didn't care about that. So it really wasn't that. I think it was the mess-up. But if we go to the mess-up, you knew that she didn't know. So that's why I feel like this is just a misunderstanding. It's a conversation that both can have. I can see why Taraji said it was a part of ego, because you know in the backstory, but still did that. You know, it probably did mess up his ego. More so, I think he was just embarrassed. But I think that's something they can just come together and figure out. I ain't gonna lie. One thing I'm not gonna do is get online ever again this early. It's too got shit. It's too early for that to be talking. That's why I'm skipping over my work. And can't get it out. Cause the earliest I normally get on is 11. But since shit my power out, I can't do shit. I decided to hop on. Let me see. I think I'm gonna go out there and move my chairs to the left, because although they're not moving, that wind, that was ridiculous. And I don't want to take no chances. So I'm finna go out there, move my chairs to the left, and move my ottoman to the left too. The glass vases are fine because they got rocks on the bottom, so they're not going anywhere. So yeah, let me go out and do that. Hold on, y'all. And then most likely I'm gonna leave, because I only want to get on here for 20 minutes. Watch out, Chloe. Oh shit, yeah, I gotta go out there. Did my thing tumble? Yep, it tumbled. Goddamn, y'all. Kobe, you do not want to come out here. Watch out. Kobe, get back. Y'all, I gotta show y'all how it look out there. I just had to bring my ottoman outside. Hold on, I'm gonna just show y'all. So this is what I just brought in. I just had to put this up. Y'all, that is crazy work. Crazy work. God. Oh my God. Bye, y'all.